and welcome to DiceTillDawn. My name is Timo, and this is my first review I'm doing on a pure solo game, because my top 10 solo games has been my most successful video, I guess, and I think there are a lot of people like me who really like to play solo games. So today I'm looking at Friedemann Friese's Friday. And you have seen this on many of my videos already, because I really love this game, and I just played this a week ago or so after a break, and again reminded me of how much I really like this game. And thus I will do a quick review today, and I will do this again in 3 parts. First I will give you the basic idea, then I will give you a gameplay video. I actually got my iPhone set up on a stargazing telescope frame with some cardboard and stuff like that, and hopefully you can get the idea of how to play the game from that video, and then in the end I'm giving my final thoughts. But first of all, this is only a solo game, as you can see, it's a solo adventure. Basically this is a deck building push your luck game which runs in 20-25 minutes at tops usually. If you get the highest level and get through the game, maybe 30 minutes or so, but usually you will lose in 10-15 minutes. This is very hard. There are many difficulty levels, so the first level, once you learn the game, is beatable, but when you go to the level 4 you will only beat it a few times out of like 10 or 20 games, but it's always a challenge, and it's never like it never feels anything like okay, that was just, I couldn't do anything. Okay, there are games like that, but it's quick and fun and addictive, so I really recommend it. But I can give you more in my gameplay, and then we'll go on to the final thoughts. So see you on the gameplay section. Bye. Okay, welcome to DiceTillDawn and my gameplay setup for Friday, and I will teach you the game quickly here. And so the game is set up here for a level 4 game, the hardest difficulty level, and I hope you can see everything. I have my iPhone on a weird setup, so I can just about fit everything under here. So I will go through all these things now. So I have 2 spare life I can maybe get. 2 are removed from the game as level 4, but doesn't matter. And I have 18 life points, I think, currently. Here is the level where I'm at, the hazard. So we go from green to yellow to red, and then fight the 2 pirates if we get there. That far. So these are the pirates. There are more than 2 in the game. I have randomly chosen 2 here, and this is just to remind you which level you are at. Here are the aging cards. So every time you go through the deck, Robinson gets older and gets these negative cards. Very stupid. This is only added in the hardest difficulty level to the base deck, and there are others like very tired, you have to stop, stuff like that. And the 3 last ones are the worst. They are very hungry, suicidal and moronic, and very big minuses. And every time you go through your own deck, you add the top card to your deck when you reshuffle. And at the level 4 I already have one of those here. So, and I don't know what it is, but it's drawn at the beginning of the game because of the hardest difficulty level. And also other than that, the deck is the same. There are, I think, 8 or so 0 cards, sorry, 9 maybe, and one of them gives you 2 life, which is nice. Then there's one of the 2 card, a few ones, I think 3, and then there are 5 -1s. So the idea of the game is to get rid of the 0s and -1s as soon as possible to make your deck better. But the more you do that, of course, the easier your deck gets through, and the more you have to draw the aging cards, so you have to find the balance there. But at the beginning of the game your deck is shuffled and placed here. These aren't necessary or any of these, but these are just to remind you of things. There are nice reminders. Actually, these are at the wrong order even. So this tells you that the three big grey aging cards go to the bottom, and then the others get on top. And here you have your deck, and every time you reshuffle you draw one aging card, and down here you can see that you go through the levels and then you fight the pirates if you are alive. And this is the hazard deck, which these cards are two purposes. The top part is the hazard you might encounter, so this is further exploring the island. So Friday, Friday you are trying to get Robinson to explore the island, and this number here tells you how many cards you can draw freely, and the numbers here tell you how much power you have to get with that number of cards. So when you are in the green phase you need 2 power, and when you are in the yellow phase you need 5 and 8 and so on. And if you win or beat the hazard, you get the card to your discard pile, and from then on it becomes discard. So you realized something, or Robinson realized something. It has 2 power and it has this ability to destroy a card. And there are different ones, a lot of these, and every time you take your turn you draw these and then decide which you face. I will go through a sample turn soon. But that's about it. If you lose all the life points and you have to lose one more, you lose the game. So having 0 life point is okay, but if you need to lose one more, then you are out of the game. And this is extremely difficult, especially at the level 4 I am playing here. So, and the level 1 is hard when beginning, and it's not like I always win it even now, but the best game is at the level 3 and 4 because it gets very brutal, but it's still so much satisfying and challenging and addictive. But so during your turn you do these things in order. So first of all you draw 2 cards from the hazard deck, and look at these. And now, depending on where you are in the game and how do you feel your deck is going, what abilities you think you need, stuff like that, all of these change your decisions here. But first of all, you look at the numbers. So at the beginning you are doing the green phase, so you know that in your deck there is only 1 card that is worth 2, but you get to draw 3. But there are 5 minus 1, so this might be very hard to get. But the ability is nice. It gives you 2 power and you can double one of your cards you have played. So this is a good card. And then this one is easier, but you only get to draw 1 card and you need a 0. But this card is also not so good here, so only a 0, but it gives you 1 life, so basically an extra card. But yeah, let's just say that I take the more difficult one, because you don't only think about can you win it, but there are other things here to consider, and I will show them soon. So let's take that one. So you always draw 2 and pick one of them to try. So I am now trying to further explore the island. And then you can start drawing cards up to the number of 3 cards here. And you don't have to draw all of them. So let's draw the first one. Okay, this is a weak, a 0. So we are at 0. Another week, we are still at 0. Okay, and minus 1 distracted. Okay, this is actually good, because this gives you a good example of why is it always, almost always, good to lose also in the beginning. So now we compare the totals of power. I am at minus 1 total, and the goal was 2, so that's a difference of 3. So now I need to lose 3 life points, which I do. But the good thing here is that because I learned from Robinson learned from his mistakes in exploring the island, I don't get the card, but you can see the icons here. Every time I lose hazard and spend a life point, I can destroy one of these cards. So I will actually get to destroy all 3 of these cards, and they go out of the game permanently. So now let's go a few more rounds. So the second turn we get 2 new hazards. Okay, both are the same basically, but the abilities are different, and I really like drawing cards, so we will try to get that one. So again, but now we only get to draw one free card. So, okay, this is a -1. Okay, but now another ability. You can always use a life point to draw one more card. Ouch, this is starting to hurt. Okay, I think I will stop there then, because I'm at -2 and I will lose 2 more life points. You always lose the life points nevertheless if you can destroy anything. It's just a bonus if you can. And again, I can destroy both of these. So not all is lost. Let's go another round. So, there are... Sorry, yeah, the other round. So, 0 with 1 or 1 with 2. I think we'll want the face, actually. The face -1 ability is awesome, so let's try that one. So I need 0 with 1 card again at -1. So let's lose a life point and destroy that one too. There's only one -1 card left. And you keep going on, and as soon as this deck goes through, you move on to the yellow phase, and then you start comparing the yellow numbers here. You still get to draw the same number of cards, but the number changes here. And once it goes through again, you move to the red phase, which is brutally difficult. For example, you can get a 3 with 1 card, and there are some where you need 8 with 3 and stuff like that. But also your deck gets better and you get abilities. And if you manage to stay alive and beat all the 3 hazards, you then move on to fight the 2 pirates. So you can fight them in any order, and if you beat both of them also, you can count your score, which is a combination of how good is your deck and stuff like that, and you can keep track of your scores here. I've actually played this a lot, so as you can see, last January I played this a lot, and my absolute best score is 112 points at level 4, which is, I think, very good. But see if you can do better, or give me a shout how much you've scored. And that's it. You will lose more than win, but it's always fun and you can never stop playing this. This is just so addictive. But I hope you got the idea on how to play it, and so hope to see you soon. Okay, welcome back and to my final thoughts on Friday. And I have to say, when I put it this to my top 50 games of all time, I was like, was it really that good? And I just had to play it because of that also. And as soon as I played 1-2 games of it, I was very glad that I did push it to the list, because this is just an excellent addictive game. One of the perhaps most addictive games I've ever played. Actually, the last time I played, I had to play 7 games almost in a row. I played 4 games, did some food, and then played 3 games more, because I just couldn't stop it, because I lost, but I always felt like it was very close that my deck was winning, and it's just brilliant. The decisions are great, because there are many different things to consider. It's not just that can I beat this hazard, but is it good to call cards from my deck now, or do I need this ability, or do I have enough of this ability already in my deck, do I need the high powered now. Also, the pirates might change your plan a bit, because if they are ones that let you draw very few cards, you need more abilities and bigger numbers a bit maybe, and stuff like that. And always the decision on do you draw one more card and lose life or not is very interesting. And there's always something like every turn is important, and it's just absolutely great. And I don't know, I will hopefully happily play this even when I'm 50, 60, 70, I hope. And yeah, the theme is also fun. I didn't mention it in the beginning, but basically you are actually Friday, and you are alone in your kingdom, in your island, and now Robinson crashes there with his ship, and you really need your privacy again. So you figure out that, okay, I will help him get his strength, and so that he can actually get out of here alive, and I can have the island back to myself or stuff like that. So it's kind of a funny theme, and the cards, the art is like cool and wacky in funny cartoon sense, and everything just works here. There's not many different cool components or anything, but everything that there is just functional and looks funny and gives you the feeling. So I can't really say anything bad about this game. No, nothing. So go get it if you haven't already. It's not expensive either, so I can highly recommend Friday if you like solo games, or especially if you like solitaire, for example, as a deck of with a deck of cards. This has a it's the same feeling, I guess, but it's much more like interesting. But yeah, so this was my first solitaire review. I think I'll do more of these soon, so if you want some others like this, give me a shout from my top 10 solo lists or whatever, and I might do them later. And I actually did one playthrough of Friday, and I think I will post it, or maybe do another one, because that one was pretty short. But if I do it, please give me feedback and see what you like. But anyway, check out Friday.